It's Bubba Chuck 14 time again, and you know what that means. It's time we take a look at another Headmaster, which we started off with Mindwipe last week, and now we take a look at Autobot Brainstorm. Here we have the G1 inspired packaging for the Headmaster Autobot Brainstorm, and just like Mindwipe, it's patterned like the old G1 packaging. You have that amazing artwork, you can see through the window the Autobot Brainstorm, and you have his Headmaster Autobot Arcana. And if it's your first time here, click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you can be notified of any new updates, new videos of my channel. Give this video a thumbs up and all the good stuff. And now back on with the video. The vintage Transformers logo, and then you have 4 steps for the transformation, and it's patterned on the old school packaging for the Transformers. And on the side you have the product shots, and then on the back you still have that awesome artwork of the Transformers. You have the readout here, which you can read if you want. Just pause it, and then you have the tech specs. As you can also have the tech spec graph here, as well as the biography for the Autobot Brainstorm. You can read it if you want. And then aside, more product shots and some words and barcode on the bottom, and that's it for the packaging for Autobot Brainstorm. And let's get this figure out. And here's everything that's inside the box. And first off, you have that G1 inspired instruction sheet. As you can see here, you have the grid, the old school Transformers logo, and that's it for an instruction sheet. And you have also this gun, so he only has a single gun. And you also have the Headmaster Arcana, the Headmaster for Brainstorm. And as you can see, he has that awesome looking head sculpt over here, which is also painted, which is really great for this figure. You see the body is sculpted details over there, and then on the back you see the head for Brainstorm. And for articulation, the head can turn 360 and then can wiggle a little bit, and then the arms can only move forward, and then the feet have 2 joints, so you have the knee joint and then the hip joint. And that's it for the articulation for the Headmaster. And now it's time we take a look at the main event, Brainstorm himself in his jet mode or space jet mode. And you can see it's a really awesome looking jet, and the colors are great on this one. And then this front part of the jet can detach, so you just loosen up the front part and then you just take this out. It's a little difficult to take this out. These notches will slide into the holes over here, and then these pegs will also peg into the sides. So that's it. And this will also serve as a sidecar, which is really weird for this vehicle because it's just for the Headmaster. So you have this tab over here. You pull this tab down, so it serves as a seat for the Headmaster, and then you just attach the gun over here, and then the Headmaster can also sit in here if you put all of this back. So you put all of this back and then just tab the gun here. So this is the weapon storage for the gun in spaceship mode. So you can lift up the cockpit, and the Headmaster fold down his feet like this, can sit into the cockpit over here, and you can close it, and it looks like he is piloting the jet. And it looks really great for this figure, and really great play feature for this Autobot Headmaster Brainstorm. And now for size comparison. So for size comparison, this is a deluxe figure, and let's bring in a Seeker jet from Siege. So you have Siege Skywarp over here, and so as you can see, if you look from the side, this is a much longer vehicle, but this is more bulkier. But in robot mode, the Voyager class is much bigger than this guy, the deluxe class. And of course, let's bring in the other Headmaster that I have already reviewed, and check the link here for the review for Headmaster Mindwipe. And as you can see there, that's how they look together. And now we've done the size comparison in the jet mode, it's time we transform Brainstorm into his robot form. For transformation, first you take off the pilot, so you put him on the side, and then you take off this part. It's much easier, so you take the nose cone out, so you can fold it this way and it's easier to pull it out. And then this wheel can tap into the hole here, so you just fold it in. So once you have that folded in, you just pull out the arms, pull them forward, and then this part will become the legs. So what you do is you just separate the rear part of the jet, and then on this part you can open it up to reveal the thighs, and then you fold it down. Once you have this folded down, you have the rear fin, just fold it in, and then you have these two notches here which will notch into the holes over here, and you can fold them in. Same thing on the other side. You just fold down his feet, so you have the feet done, and then the arms, you have the notch here which will notch into that hole over here, so you just fold it up and then swing it around. It will snap into place. Same thing on the other side, then swing it down, and you're almost done. So you just open the cockpit. Once you have the cockpit open, you just fold in the pilot seat, which will become his abdomen cover. So you just fold down back the cover, and then you fold these back to reveal his fists. Same thing on the other side. You have that all opened up, so you have his fists, and all you have to do now is get the Headmaster Arcana, fold his feet into the back, so you can tap the head onto the Headmaster himself, Brainstorm. I have him tapped in, and now you have Brainstorm fully transformed into his robot mode, and this guy really looks awesome. So for the Headmaster Brainstorm, you have his two weapons. You have his gun and you have his shield cannon as well. So you have this tab here which will slot into the 5mm hole on his arm. So you have one weapon here on the side. So you can do that, or you can have him holding the shield, but I like it better this way. And then you have his gun which you can peg into his hand. And now we have Brainstorm all fully armed up, and he really looks awesome. And despite not having that much paint apps, the stickers make him look awesome, and I only wish he had more Autobot symbols on the front part of the robot, because the Autobot symbols are now on the back of the wings. There's not much kibble in the back, and this guy really looks great. So taking a closer look at Brainstorm, so you see the head sculpt over here, really great looking head sculpt for this guy, and you see all the awesome details, sculpted details on this figure. So you see the chest, the head, the arms, the weapons, the legs, and he's got some stickers, but I don't mind it. It still looked great. Oh, they could have added more paint apps to make this figure more updated. And now let's take a look at this guy's articulation. So the head can turn 360, can look up and down a little bit and side to side a little bit. The wings on this one are also articulated, and then the arms can turn around 360, can move in and out like this. And then you have a cut here at the bicep for the swivel, as you can see there. And then you have 90-degree bend on the elbow, and then you can see here on the fist you have a mushroom peg which can swivel it and turn it 360 here on the fist. And then on the waist as well, no ab crunch, but the figure can turn around 360. And then on the legs, as you can see here on the thighs, it can do the splits, can kick forward that far, kick backward that far. There's a cut on the thigh for the swivel. And then you have the 90-degree bend on the knee, and the feet can move forward and back. There's no ankle articulation, so that's it for the articulation for this figure. And now we're done with the articulation for this guy. Now it's time for some size comparison. So let's bring in the other Headmaster that I have in my collection. Here he is with Headmaster Mindwipe. And as you can see, these two deluxe figures are just the same size, and bring in a modern deluxe size figure from the Siege line, bring in Hound, so you can see how the size differences between the figures. And let's take the figures out, and now you know everything you need to know about this figure, Brainstorm. So it's a great figure. So if you see him, would I recommend him? Yes. Great figure, great transformation. The jet mode is awesome. Play factors with a jet mode where the headmaster can pilot the jet. It's really an awesome idea. And the weapons are great as well. And then not much kibble on the back of this figure. It's a really great figure. The joints are tight and not loose compared to Mindwipe. So the cons, well, not much, but just the paint apps and more Autobot symbols would be fine for this figure. So that has been my review and what you need to know if you want to buy the Autobot Headmaster Brainstorm. And I'd like to give a shout out to the following people: SD Official Channel, Jillian Faye Banalnal, Mods Mary, Adijos Channel, the Philcans. Thank you guys for leaving comments in my previous videos. And now check out the magic word, and the magic word right over here, I'm gonna put it down below: more than meets the eye. So thank you guys for watching. This has been BobaChuck14, and remember, celebrate life, be a miracle.